6 in the morning, the alarm clock rings, the same irritating melody as always. He reaches out his arm, turns off the alarm without opening his eyes, gets up, brushes his teeth, takes a shower, black coffee, no sugar. White shirt, grey pants, black shoes. 7:15 bus, office at 8. Computer on at 8:05, lunch at noon. Back at 1, out at 6, 6:20 bus. Dinner at 7:30, TV until 10, bed at 11. And then the alarm clock rings again. 6 in the morning, the same irritating melody as always. This is Gabriel, 32 years old, civil engineer, single. No children, no pets, no hobbies. Gabriel doesn't live. Gabriel functions. And the question that will echo throughout this entire story is simple, yet terrifying. When was the last time Gabriel truly chose something? If you've ever felt like you're just passing through days without truly living them, this story is for you. And subscribe to the channel because what you're about to discover might completely change the way you see your own life. Gabriel wakes up every day at the same time. Not because he needs to, not because he wants to, but because that's what you do. It's Monday. It always seems to be Monday in Gabriel's life. He looks at himself in the bathroom mirror while brushing his teeth. The reflection returns a familiar face, but distant. Permanent dark circles, stubble but not too much, just enough to seem like acceptable neglect. He hasn't recognized himself in years, or maybe he never truly knew himself. The coffee goes down hot through his throat. Tasteless. Gabriel doesn't even notice the flavor anymore. He just drinks because it's part of the protocol. White shirt, the fifth identical one in the closet. Grey pants. Always grey, never black, never blue. Safe, invisible, adequate. The building where he lives has 24 apartments. Gabriel has never spoken to any of the neighbors beyond a protocol. Good morning. Mrs. Clarice from 302 always smiles at him in the elevator. He's never asked her name, just smiles back. An automatic smile, empty. The 7:15 bus is always crowded. Gabriel gets on, finds his standing spot always near the second door. Holding the same worn yellow handrail, he observes the same people every day. The man in a suit reading the newspaper. The short-haired woman listening to music too loud through her headphones. The teenager playing on his phone. Nobody looks at each other. Everyone is there, but nobody is present. Gabriel arrives at the office at 8 sharp. The building is grey. The walls are white. The desks are beige. Everything is neutral. Everything is safe. Everything is dead. Good morning, Gabriel, says Renata from reception. Good morning, Gabriel responds without looking at her. He doesn't even know if Renata has children. Doesn't know if she likes coffee or tea. Doesn't know if she's happy, and she knows nothing about him. Because Gabriel doesn't exist for others, he's just a function, a social security number, an ID badge. 8:05, computer on, emails, spreadsheets. Meetings, reports, deadlines, goals, numbers, always numbers. Gabriel is good at what he does, efficient, punctual, reliable. But he doesn't care about any of it. He just does it because that's what's expected of him. Noon lunch. Always at the same restaurant 3 blocks from the office. Always the same corner table, always the daily special. Gabriel eats alone. He could have lunch with his co-workers. But he was never invited. Or he was, and refused so many times they stopped asking. He doesn't remember. You know that feeling of watching your own life from the outside? As if you were a spectator, not the protagonist. Gabriel has lived like this for so long he doesn't even notice anymore. He's become a ghost inside his own existence, and maybe you've also felt this way. Trapped in a routine you didn't choose, living a life you didn't design, just existing. If this makes sense to you, subscribe to the channel, because this story goes deep into the soul. Everything begins to change on a Tuesday. Gabriel is on the 7:15 bus, as always. Same position, same yellow handrail, same people. But something is different. He doesn't know what, he just feels it. A woman gets on the bus. She's not from the usual group. Long disheveled hair, tired but intense eyes. An old backpack on her shoulders. She stands next to Gabriel. And then, suddenly, she speaks. You notice it, don't you? Gabriel looks at her confused. Notice what? The woman smiles a sad smile. That you're not here, nobody here is really here. You're all just passing through. Gabriel frowns, wants to say something but doesn't know what. The woman gets off at the next stop, disappears into the crowd. Gabriel never sees her again, but the words echo in his head all day long. "You're not here!" That night, Gabriel can't sleep. He lies there staring at the bedroom ceiling, thinking, when was the last time he wanted something? When was the last time he felt something? When was the last time he made a choice that wasn't just going with the flow? He can't remember, and that terrifies him. Gabriel begins to notice things, small things. The taste of coffee. Does he really like black coffee? Or does he just drink it because he always has? The white shirt. Did he choose to wear white, or did it just seem like the safest option? The job. Does he love what he does, or does he just accept it because it's stable? And the more he thinks, the more he realizes a devastating truth. Gabriel is not the author of his own life. He's just an actor following a script that someone else wrote. On Wednesday, Gabriel does something different, small but significant. He orders coffee with sugar. The cafeteria attendant looks at him surprised. "So you always order it without sugar?" "I know," says Gabriel, "but today I want it with sugar." He drinks the coffee. It's too sweet. He doesn't like it. But he smiles, because for the first time in years, he chose something. Even if small, even if insignificant, it was a choice. On Thursday, Gabriel has lunch at a different restaurant. The food isn't better. Actually, it's worse, but he doesn't care. Because he decided to go. Nobody told him to. Nobody suggested it. It was his. On Friday, Gabriel doesn't go to work. He simply doesn't go. Calls the office, says he's sick. He's not. He just doesn't want to go. And for the first time, he follows that impulse. Gabriel spends the day walking around the city. No destination, no purpose. Just walking. He enters a bookstore, picks up a book. Existentialism is a Humanism by Jean-Paul Sartre. He's never heard of it, but the cover catches his attention. He buys it.